Hello students, welcome on my YouTube channel English Dose. Today we will see our chapter number 7 Glimpses of India part 2 Coog, which is written by Lokesh Abrool. Now you may get confused. A question may arise in your mind, what is Coog? So let's see what is Coog. Coog is coffee country, famous for its rainforest and spices. Now let's continue with the introduction to the chapter Coog. The lesson gives us a beautiful insight of the smallest district of Karnataka and its people. The place has an amazing weather throughout the year with enough rain during the monsoon season. The people of Coog are known to be one of the bravest. Coffee is the main crop grown in this region. A variety of animals can be found here, while the place is surrounded by beautiful Brahmagiri Hills Island and Tibetan settlements. So this was all about the introduction to the chapter Coog. Now let's move towards the original text line by line. Midway between Mysore and coastal town of Mangalore sits a piece of heaven that must have drifted from kingdom of God. This land of rolling hills is inhabited by a proud race of martial men, beautiful women and wild creatures. First of all, we will take the hard words and their meaning. Underline the hard word drifted from. It means being carried along gently by the air. Next word, martial men. It means having to do with war. Coog, a place so beautiful that it seems like a piece of heaven, has drifted away from God's kingdom and has settled on the earth. It is somewhere between Mysore and Mangalore. It is an area with low hills of unequal height. The men are brave warriors. The women of Coog are pretty. The place has a variety of wild animals too. Next paragraph. Coog or Kudau, the smallest district of Karnataka, is home to evergreen rainforest, spices and coffee plantations. Evergreen rainforest cover 30% of this district. During the monsoons, it pours enough to keep many visitors away. The season of joy commences from September and continues till March. The weather is perfect, with some showers thrown in for good measure. The air breathes of invigorating coffee. Coffee estates and colonial bungalows stand tucked under tree canopies in prime corners. Underline the hard word invigorating. It means strong here. Next word, canopies. It means roof-like covering made of tree that form a shelter. Next word, prime. It means strong. It means here best. Coog, also known as Kudau, it is one of the smallest district of Karnataka. 30% of the area of Coog is covered with evergreen rainforest and the places receives rain for most part of the year, especially during the monsoon season. The period from September to March is ideal for visiting Coog. The weather is pleasant and there is some rain which makes it worthwhile. The air is filled with the strong fragrance of coffee due to the abundant coffee plantations. Next paragraph. The fiercely independent people of Cook are possibly of Greek or Arabic descent. As one story goes, a part of Alexander's army moved south along the coast and settled here when return became impractical. These people married among the local and their culture is apparent in their marital traditions, marriage and religious rite, which are distinct from Hindu mainstream. The theory of Arab origin draws support from the long black coat with an embroidered waist belt worn by Quraysh, known as kufiya. It resembles the kufiya worn by the Arabs and the Kurds. Underline the hard word descent. It means origin. Next word mainstream, a tradition which most people follow, is called mainstream. Here the author says that the people of Cook are believed to be of the Greek or Arabic background and are generally ferocious. This theory came into being because of their dressing style. They are generally seen wearing long and black coat with embroidered waist belt known as kufiya. Kufiya is similar to the kufiya worn by Arabs and Kurds. It is also rumored that some people of Alexander's army could not return to their homeland and so settled here while returning from the south. The people of Cook marry each other and their cultures as well as rituals are very different from the ones followed by Hindus. Kurgi homes have a tradition of hospitality and they are more than willing to recount numerous tales of value related to their sons and fathers. The Cook regiment is one of the most decorated in the Indian Army and the first chief of Indian Army General Cariappa was a Kurgi. Even now, Kurdus are the only people in India permitted to carry firearms without a license. Underline the hard word most decorated. It means having received the maximum number of awards for bravery in a war. The people are very welcoming and warm in nature of Cook. They are always ready to entertain with stories of their ancestors. They are known to be independent, ferocious and brave, which is evident from the fact that the Cook regiment in the Indian Army has received the maximum number of awards for bravery. The first chief of Indian Army named General Cariappa belonged to Cook. Also, these are the only people permitted to carry firearms freely, unlike others who need a license. This shows that the Kurgis are reliable too. The river, next paragraph, the river Kaveri obtains its water from the hills and forest of Cook. Mahasir, a large freshwater fish, abound in these waters. Kingfishers dive for their catch, while squirrels and langurs drop partially eaten fruit for the mischief of enjoying the splash and the ripple effect in the clear water. Elephants enjoy being bathed and scrubbed in the river by their maouts. Hard words mischief, playful behavior, ripple effect, a small wave or series of waves on the surface of water, especially as caused by a slight breeze or an object dropping into it. Next, Mahaout, it means a person who works with rides and tends an elephant. The evergreen forest and hills of Coorg provide water to river Kaveri, a major river in South India. A large freshwater fish called mahasir is found in these waters and is looked for by the birds. Squirrels and langurs play in these waters by throwing half-eaten fruits, whereas elephants enjoy bathing in it. Next paragraph. The most laid-back individuals became converts to the life of high-energy adventure with river rafting, canoeing, rappelling, rock climbing, and mountain biking. Numerous walking trails in this region are a favorite with trekkers. Hard word, laid back, relaxed, not in a hurry. Rafting, traveling in a river in a raft. Canoeing, traveling in a river in a canoe. Canoe, a large narrow boat. Rappelling, going down a cliff by sliding down a rope. Trails, path created by walking. The tourists who visit Coorg to relax in the natural beauty of the place also get attracted towards the various adventure sports activity available like river rafting, canoeing, rappelling, rock climbing and mountain climbing. The hills have various paths formed by footsteps of walkers who trek there. Next paragraph. Birds, bees and butterflies are there to give you company. Max, Malabar, squirrels, langur and slender lories keep a watchful eye from the tree canopy. I do, however, prefer to step aside for wild elephants. Here the author says that while taking a walk in their region, one may find a variety of animals around them. Birds, bees and butterflies fly around you, while squirrels and langurs keep an eye on you from the trees. Wild elephants can also be found in Coorg. Next paragraph. The climb to the Brahmagiri hills bring you into a panoramic view of the entire misty landscape of Coorg. A walk across the rope bridge leads to the 64-acre island of Nisargadama, running into the Buddhist monk from India's largest Tibetan settlement at nearby Bailakupi is a bonus. The monks in red arch and yellow robes are among the many surprises that wait to be discovered by visitors searching for the heart and soul of India right here in Coorg. Underline the hard word. Panoramic view means a view of a wide area of land. So in last paragraph of the chapter, the author says that to have an overall look at the beautiful city of Coorg, one must climb up to the Brahmagiri hills. Coorg is surrounded by astounding places of beauty like the island of Nisargadamu and Bailakupi, which is India's largest Tibetan settlement. Monks wearing red, orange, and yellow colored garments can also be found in the district of Coog, where their lifestyle is a fascinating view for the travelers. A mix of diverse cultures can be seen here, which represent the heart and soul of India. So, this was all about our chapter number 7, Glimpses of India, part 2, Coog. Hope you understood the chapter very well. Thank you so much for your kind listening.
Yeah.